The NFL has new COVID rules. Y'all know what these new COVID rules are? Mm-hmm. Jake, can you pull up the new COVID rules for the NFL?
So if you're not vaccinated and your team gets COVID because of a non-vaccination and they have to forfeit, they have to cancel a game, it's considered forfeit, and you lose. And apparently both teams on both sides don't get paid or something. So
They miss paydays.
Yeah, so they don't get a 19th. So what's that? It gets kind of fucked up because they're not going to do a 19th week. So I get on one level being like, okay, because of COVID, if you're not going to get vaccinated, then it's kind of like, I mean, this wave's on you guys. It's on the non-vaccinated. It just is. What do you, if you want to say it's like, so.
Those are the two rules.
So can you read those, Jake?
Yeah. So the NFL Network's Tom
Pelissero
reported Thursday that the NFL sent a memo to its clubs stating that if a game cannot be rescheduled during the 18-week schedule due to a COVID-19 outbreak among unvaccinated players, the team with the outbreak will forfeit and be credited with a loss, per sources informed of the situation. In addition, players on both teams will not be paid for the lost contest.
That's some bullshit.
And the team responsible for the canceled game due to unvaccinated players will cover financial losses and be subject to potential discipline from the commissioner office.
All right.
That sounds like some bullshit insurance. They know that even if they were to like have everybody vaccinated or like still, well, first off, most people are not going to. There's going to be at least one team that this happens to, and so they're basically going to put the burden on that team to basically take care of it. That's really crazy.
First rule, the first one,
but
about having to forfeit a game. How do you feel about that rule?
I think it makes sense though if it comes down to the fact that you guys just didn't get vaccinated and you still were around and got sick. But should it be on everybody that got vaccinated or the other teams? No. You know what I mean? So it depends on like how many people got sick and like what happened.
What do you think, J.Carr? You got to forfeit 17 games. You got a 17-game season. You got to forfeit.
How many games do you forfeit though, too?
There's 17 games in the season.
How fast do they happen?
Weekly.
Okay, well, maybe they only forfeit one or two.
One per week.
Shoot, I'm not taking it. I'm going to be the Kaepernick of vaccinations.
Yeah.
I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing.
So does the team that loses...
Bless you and everybody that doesn't... I feel like I understand. I don't know, man. I just don't understand. It's
So does the team that loses have to pay the other team's cost?
Yeah.
It says they cover all financial losses.
Yeah, but they all still get paid. It's like, so they pay each person?
Except the team that
What do you think, Jake?
Unvaccinated.
How you feel? They got to forfeit a game.
Man, shoot, I don't know about that.
Well, hopefully it pressures everybody.
My opinion, because
it sounds like everybody gets pressured now. They're like super like
Right.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Don't you like? Did you ever see that?
Don't cost us this
You ever see
game.
Full Metal Jacket where they all like beat that dude with the soap?
Because
Like just like no, I'm saying like pile like they run like,
So-
although like
because they all had
totally
like run like
agree.
miles and miles because
Right.
of his ass. So they just like beat him up. Like it was in
They're
my
on a
piece of shit. Like
team.
hey, dude, I don't give a fuck about your shit. Either get off the court or like
when
do-
you're on a team of any sort, your
Yeah.
fates are connected to one another. Dependent. You are interdependent. Because you're on a team.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody shows up to practice late, the team gets punished.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I think the crazy thing is I'm vaccinated. I think it's like a good thing to get vaccinated, but also like I can kind of see where people are coming from when like it was developed in a year
vaccinated.
and
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want to be forced to inject something foreign in my body. Like I can get that. Like Tuskegee experiments at it in like 1965 or something
Right.
long ago. So I can understand that opinion. It's a controversial.
And also, if you just stay up too late, you'll have commercials that are like, "Did you take this medication? And do you have ass cancer? Call this number so we can sue these niggas." Like that happens every night. Every night you stay up too late and you just watch TV. There are so many commercials. Like, do you have mesothelioma? Do you have ass cancer? Are you like? Are your testicles glowing? There's mad shit.
Yeah, I mean, well then that's the other side of the coin of the Tuskegee. You have like the government being a bad actor in the first act and
mistakes were made.
And capitalist and for profit situations in terms of like skirting certain rules that ends up getting people certain cancers are another part of it. But it sucks that the people that were hurt the most in it are now hurt the most in the COVID, like not getting vaccinated, staying like not like caring about masks, not like it's still they're the worst effect. So it's like regardless of like whether maybe in like a couple years my fucking arms are gonna start falling. Who knows what like.
I think
but
it's
at the moment it looks like it's worse to get the virus.
Sketchy shit for like decades and then expect people to just like trust you. You know.
Yeah, so it just sucks, but it's still like who wins in that, and it's like most of the other people are the ones that are gonna have like the lower IQs and these other fucking problems forever. No, while the rich kids are and like these Tucker Carlsons, they got vaccinated. All these people at Fox, they got vaccinated. They definitely did. And but all the while everybody else is gonna be stuck with the fucking health problems. It's a problem, and who knows how long it's gonna go into another type of variant. I mean, at the moment it sucks. Like at the point it's anywhere between 42 and like 80-something% effective at the point. So you can still get sick and it still can have some health problems.
I don't even think because it's like people that dying of it, but like the hospital.
It's
costs
not cool. It's
like,
still you don't know.
You have to get hospitalized. Yeah. Like, if you don't have insurance, it's fucking great. Like you can't afford that. Like that's intense.
For sure. It's we have a whole generation of people that are crippled by debts like student loans.
Well, but that also forces
bills.
Hopefully, it forces them to maybe take. There be some kind of social. I don't know, but every time it gets forced and sort of like.
I think we need to stop using the word socialism to describe because I think that's just.
I agree. Sloganeering is the problem.
Well, what I'm just saying is social. Well, like that's
what it is like social medicine, yeah. But like, I feel like the minute you say socialism, like anybody
collective fucking.
This isn't Cuba or China.
Yeah. Well, eventually those people won't be around. So the thing about it is like at some point, yeah. Stupid. And I thought I was libertarian at one point, like, and then you started to understand.
There's not a lot of difference between like libertarians.
It depends
and, like,
on what you need at any point. If it doesn't need much regulation, then you go libertarian. At the moment, we need some help on like a lot of people need some fucking help,
Whoa.
And the world's on fire.
Oh, actually,
you know what I mean? Like,
this is kind of an off-topic subject. What do you think about like the whole power outage thing that happened during the storm because of, like Texas has its own.
Oh yeah,
privatized like electrical grid. Like fucking 70 people died because like it wasn't regulated and like
fascism.
Well, monopoly. I don't know if I'd call it fascism.
Well, because it wasn't regulated, it was basically kept away from regulation by capitalism. Essentially, it's a backdoor.
Fascism. It's more of a monopoly than anything else.
Well,
and like the monopoly is
capitalism. Like
but I still think it's like a different angle
like
of it.
Rigged capitalism.
But I see that as being like fascism because basically, if the government owns corporations, then that's fascism. But if the corporations own the government, it's still the same thing. It's like what's the difference?
Socialism, though.
Like
government owning like the corporation.
No, but it's a little different. The people,
I see what Evans.
The people own the corporations. Then it's not some like elite group of corporations or people in oligarchy. There's an oligarchy at the moment. Where socialism is the people own it. But whenever it's not actually that, being like Nazis, like people didn't own shit in the socialist, or like Mao or like China, they didn't know any of that. That was all like it's never like you don't know what it is, and then start from there. But like maybe fascism is the perfect world. That's corporatism.
I think
what you're saying is corporatism.
I think the thing that keeps it from being like fascism is nobody was like, "You gonna get this power, bitch." It was
maybe you don't know.
It was like, need power, you have to see me.
No, I know. It's also
you know what I mean?
It also sucked because it was also like natural gas.
Bro, that's some pimping stuff, bro.
I agree.
Some drug dealing type.
Are pimps fascists?
No.
I don't think so either.
That's some drug
I think they are exploiting you, and I think that they have like a monopoly on even maybe your safety. Or something like
they're
that.
one link. They're one link of sex. Well, they're one link of sex. Well, depending on the era.
Who else gonna sell this pussy for? You are a garbage person. You are trash.
Well, I bet there was a range of
like pimping.
I feel like there's a range of like pimps. Like you have like the dude that was in
there's definitely
Taxi Driver where he kills that dude, and then there's probably some people that just handle some shit, make sure people don't get diseases and make sure they get beat up. I think it depends.
There's like the gorilla pimps that like
it's in a fucked up situation where like women that gets in trouble for being like prostitutes have like sex crimes and shit. Like it's the same kind of crime, but you get for like looking like being in weird places. You know what I mean? Like
you saw Dave
like
Chappelle's The Bird
that's weird.
Revelation.
You know what I'm saying?
The Bird Revelation, where he talks about like
It's like the best one.
yeah, The Bird Revelation. Where he talks about the woman who's like she has a certain number of fucks, and when she starts getting to that number of fucks, she's gonna start wilding. And then
it talks about Louis C.K. too.
He did
a lot.
The Bird Revelation. Go watch that shit.
Yeah, you gotta see that for real. You gotta watch that.
Why have I not? I feel like I've seen it. Maybe
you probably have. It's like 30 minutes where he tells a story about a pimp.
It's really dark. I love it.
Yeah, it is. It's excellent. It's excellent. But he don't like Berserk. Pussy.
Okay, so
pussy. Anyway, now for the second one.
Shut up, Dina. I just caught that. I'm late. I'm hella late, man. I'm sorry. I was like, did he just say Berserk? He talk about me.
So now for the second rule. You miss a game check. They take away the game check if someone on your team doesn't even necessarily have to be you. Someone on your team didn't get vaccinated and the Ronies pop out in your locker room. Now you do not get paid. Thoughts?
But what if... My only thought about this is, like, you can get Ronies even if you are vaccinated. So, like, how are they going to prove it? They're just going to... I think what happens is like
they know by vaccination records. It's not necessarily just that you have it.
Oh, I know, but
so what happens if you're actually vaccinated and you do get it? Like, do they still find you?
Well, I'm trying to say
says team. I don't know if they break it down from an individual level. Go to that, click on that hyperlink and see what's
either
up.
way. Let's think about it this way. Like one or two people out of any team are not gonna take it, and they're gonna be basically pressured by everybody else to do it.
So they're not gonna. Horrible idea.
They're still gonna get
Why
everything
do you think it's a horrible idea?
Because it's not gonna work. I feel like the whole NFL gonna have COVID at this rate if they trying to do stuff like this.
They're trying to take their burden of responsibility off the owners and off the teams.
Yeah. Put it onto the players.
Yeah. Either way.
Yeah, I feel like it's going
to
come back to bite them in the ass.
I just think regardless, you're not going to get at least one or two people to do it off pretty much every team. And then if anybody gets it, then those guys will get it, and it's all everybody's fault. So like they'll just basically say, it's like,
I think what they're relying on is the art of peer pressure and like people getting like beat with soap. Not literally, but the idea of like, bro, you're fucking it up for all of us, and therefore they just like.
If you, I mean, I would. Right. Is it that big of a deal? I mean, unless you literally were like one of the things where like you can't get that type of vaccine, or like you start having like really big problems. Like, there's not a lot of evidence for like other things. Really, I would take that over getting beat up by soap. Is what I'll say.
Heard.
But then again, maybe I'm not the one to be talking about this.
That shit really is scary though.
I'm not excited about having
beatings.
No vaccine.
I'm not excited about having. I wish that it didn't have to come to it. I wish it didn't have to come to it. I really wish that they would have protected us, and I wish people would take masks seriously and all that shit. Yeah. But I'm gonna still take it, and so I can not worry about it as much. And I'm a little annoyed that there's like all these other variants where it's not as effective because it didn't get shut down a long time ago. But I'll still get vaccinated. It sucks. Yeah. I get it.
I think it's crazy.
I'm not happy about this.
Like, what was it? Quarantine or something like that. There was a whole bunch of movies about like a crazy virus breaking out. Like the United States comes in and like the
Resident Evil.
Yeah, right. And it feels like we finally like figured out. Oh shit, we like got the best scientists in the world to finally figure out a vaccine, but like the population's so like untrustful or whatever, they won't take it. Yeah. So it seems like it's like
no, it's almost like okay.
Like good lord, if we have a fucking plague, dude, we're gonna be fucked.
Can I make a huge?
I'm not gonna be able to like.
How do we know this isn't the plague? This is plague-ish. What is a plague? Fucking, it doesn't have to be locusts and shit.
It can be unrelenting over and over variants too and things like that. But hey, can I make a jump? Can I make a jump? So people are untrusting about the vaccine in similar demographics that were untrusting of the LAPD with O.J. Simpson.
I would say that
because you can't prove to me that they didn't fuck some shit up and that he didn't. There was enough holes with what they did to basically say, well, they fucked over this many people.
I would say
like, why should I say
that those things have in common is polarized sociopolitical beliefs. And what I mean by that is people have become so dug in to turning socioeconomics and society into a team sport that anyone wearing the other color is wicked. And it is so dysfunctional that nothing is just true anymore.
Yeah.
Everyone's right if everyone's wrong.
Yeah.
I feel like, how do they know if the vaccination is safe? Like, as far as longevity, like long term, like nobody knows that. You know, so that's scary. Like, that's scary. That has doubts in people's minds. And then, like, there's some people that, like, their experience of COVID wasn't that bad. So, like, they had COVID, and it didn't really hit them that bad as it hit other people. And then they're like, I'd rather get that shit again than get a vaccination that I don't know what happens, you know?
Yeah.
And then
The
it's just
devil
like,
you know versus the devil you don't.
Exactly.
Even if it is the devil you think you know.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll say about that is that people in general they'll bias the anecdotal more than they know like the actual statistical facts. So it's really hard to sort of predict an existential threat and really calculate it correctly. I think that people, like, we're starting to see numbers that, like, I mean, I would be more afraid personally of the long-term effects of COVID and these brain fog stuff, with like apparently losing like 7.
Yeah,
that sounds
disturbing.
way scarier.
Can you tell people a little bit more about the brain fog?
There's a couple there's a study that just came out where basically they were already studying IQ in the UK leading up to COVID, and so they had the unique ability to then test the same people after they got COVID, and they're seeing a lot of people had like the people that did have brain fog lost like 7 points of their IQ, which is apparently worse than like a stroke. So it just seems like, to me, when I look at it, it's like, man, I don't like either option, but I'll take that blue pill over whatever, that red pill in this case. And I mean, everybody has to make the decision. So like, I can't even, you know what I mean? So
Bro, it was just like Trump and Biden, bro.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Try to choose which one to pick.
Those are shitty pills.
Bro, which
those
option?
are shitty.
Shitty pills.
Yeah, those are. I don't like either one. One goes down as like some sort of sour milk, and one is just poison. It's gonna give you like just like rancid shits.
It's literally
all the
Trump
whole
and
time.
Biden, like trying to figure out which one to pick.
Would you rather drink a cup of diarrhea or a cup of vomit?
Oh my God.
Vomit.
You'd rather drink
No,
vomit?
I don't know. It depends on what they
Oh
ate.
my God. both are so horrible, bro. Because you already vomited that up.
No,
but who
it's
says
not- it's
who
not
said
yours.
you?
Neither
Yeah,
of
who
these
said
are
you
yours.
vomited it up?
Neither
Oh
of
my
these are
God.
yours. These are someone
No,
else's.
I thought that was understood, but I
No.
feel like I can.
Some real Game
If you
of Thrones
can't answer
type
that in a
stuff going
second,
on.
then you're not a American.
Yo, Jake, would you rather drink a cup of diarrhea or a cup of vomit?
Man, if it's somebody else's, I think it's equally shitty. You're gonna get diseases. from either one.
I think that the stomach acid and the vomit. No,
I feel like vomit would be better because it, like J.Carr, like it came out of your stomach, and like diarrhea is like just fucking gnarly expel from your body.
See, would you rather
Yeah.
be? So you'd rather be the second person on the human centipede than the
I'd rather be the first person on the human centipede.
This is my option. Just kill me. Just kill
me now.
Don't torture me. Don't strap me to a chair and force me to drink vomit.
I like how J.Carr
just shoot me in the head. Like, get it over with,
I like how J.Carr's the guy in the zombie apocalypse. He's just the one that passes away. He's like, J.Carr just passed away.
I'm okay with this. All right, bro.
Goodbye. He just walked out of the woods and just died.
Just like stand up, like I'm gonna head out.
I've had enough.
Bro, SpongeBob. All right, I'm gonna head out. I had enough, bro. I'm like Sasha on Walking Dead. Like, kill me. Just get it over with.
I don't know.
Put the iPhone
That shit was
headphones in.
I was like, that was so out of character.
What? For Sasha?
And then the hospital. You were talking about the hospital.
Sasha went out kind of like a G. She almost got it.
Talking about Beth.
Oh yeah, I was talking
about Sasha. LeBron's wife on Space Jam 2.
Oh, she was.
Oh shit.
Oh. Wait, what season was?
So Sasha.
Recently.
Spoiler alert. Walking Dead.
Yeah,
spoiler alert. Sasha locked herself in. They locked her in a coffin. So she like.
Oh yeah.
She
that
took the poison. She died, and then when they opened the coffin, she was like, "I'm gonna kill you, Negan." She didn't do it, but she tried.
In other words, I'm gonna kill you, niggas.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that he didn't fuck up Eugene for that. He's like, why the fuck was she dead? He's like, oh, she might have just been stuck in air trap, so she died.
But Eugene was playing the whole smart person. He was like, she probably just suffocated. Like,
it's surprised that he was a part of that whole like.
He didn't know she was gonna do that.
No, he helped her. He gave her the poison.
But he didn't know she was going to do that.
Man,
he didn't.
Of course he. I mean, what was the point of giving it to her then?
He was Team Negan, bro. Why am I over here arguing about this fucking show? Fuck this show.
Yeah, I haven't seen The Walking Dead.
Fuck.
I guess it's not worth watching.
He just had a Rick and Morty moment, bro. You see that? That's a Rick and Morty moment.
Did you?
Well, it is, bro.
I got,
why am I over here arguing about this show?
Okay, so what's the next fucking thing before we go home?
You know what I'm saying? That's
God
a Rick
damn.
and Morty moment. Bro.
So what is brain fog? Can you read that, Jake?
So there's a growing concern about possible cognitive consequences of COVID-19, with reports of long COVID symptoms persisting into the chronic phase and case studies revealing neurological problems in severely affected patients. However, there's little information regarding the nature and broader prevalence of cognitive problems post-infection or across the full spread of disease severity.
So specifically with the NFL, in a league where niggas are getting concussions in like every fucking game.
Nobody cares about fucking 7 points of IQ.
Thoughts?
No, I'm just wondering. I guess it doesn't matter that much.
It matters because they feel like, oh, you're going to miss a game? I'm missing my money. I'm not going to pay you.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, Will Smith tried to tell him.
What did he say?
That's all I'm gonna say.
Concussion. Dog, it was like the worst accent ever. One of the worst accents ever. I think maybe third after like Leonardo DiCaprio and Blood Diamond and what was the other one? I want to say Forrest Whitaker and Black Panther. The Black Panther stripped. That nigga put like 8 R's on that shit. Stripped. He said, Black Panther.
No, Zuri. That boy, he killed his homie, bro, as soon as he got there.
I mean,
why he take his homie like that, bro?
Alright.
Bro, snitches get stitches, bro. That's just what it is.
Facts.
Zuri
Yeah,
snitched, bro, a long time ago. He deserved it. He snitched years ago.
God damn. All right. So, where do we land on these NFL rules? Do you think that they're justified? Do you think that they are the right thing to do? What?
I think that there's power from the board, the people that write the rules, and then there's power from the players. They want to object to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that also you do really have to consider like the possibilities of the vaccine versus like, I mean, they're saying that the 81,000 participants of the study in like the UK, people that had gotten COVID had definitely underperformed in cognitive like abilities afterwards. Like there was like a good percent, like most of them had some reduction in IQ.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying that scares me more than like something where, oh my God, my cells started deconstructing. Okay. But at the moment, like most scientists don't see any that is a thing. There's not a lot of evidence of it. I don't know. That's where I land.
What you think, J.Carr? Stripped. You gonna strip the mother?
The vaccination will strip you of COVID-19. It will strip you, bro. So just get the vaccination. That's what we got to say here at Jewelius Erving. Just get the vaccination. Hopefully, it's no long-term side effects or nothing, and you won't see that commercial at night, 3:00 in the morning, telling you that you're basically done for.
Did you get a Johnson & Johnson shot? Is your ass bleeding all the time?
Personally, I got the
Moderna.
Man. I got the Moderna. I didn't get no vaccination named after no baby shampoo.
Dog, they're even their baby powder had cancer in it. That shit was
well, that was only 70% or something, and I got Pfizer, but we'll see. Let's see who lives longer.
The babies,
I heard the Moderna's
my
supposed to be
nigga.
better against Delta.
The babies.
What's good?
I got the Derds. The Derdsies. Modernsley. All right. So, what you got, Jake? What do you think?
I think I did agree with Evan. Even though, like, I understand people's, personal freedom and, not wanting to take something else. A little, I think majority of me is like, man, like, common good, fuck it. Just like it's already been like a year and a half. The economy almost collapsed. Like, we got to get, like, back to, like, shit that's normal and it seems like the best option. So just, like, get the vaccine,
People are thinking about doing that with at clubs and stuff. Having vaccination card, like if you want to go, you can either wear a mask or you can have your vaccination card. So it's kind of a thing where you could do either. You don't have to have your vaccine. But I think I don't know what you would do in terms of sports to the equivalent, other than like have a respirator or a fucking like weird ass space helmet. Yeah. But like,
I'd say if you choose not to get the vaccine, you shouldn't be. Going
it's still
out.
A part of. I don't know. There's something to be said for. I think there's just some wiggle room in terms of like. I still feel a little. Parts of me feels funny that the orders are only coming from one place, and there's not much conversation among the players. Like, well, what does this mean? And like, how do we? Maybe there should be more middle ground. Like, I personally am very like, just get the vaccine. But I could see that there should be some conversation that it doesn't seem to be necessarily happening.
Yeah. I think that
it does seem a little fucked up that they're taking away their pay.
Just go to Walgreens. You know what I'm saying? Go to Walgreens, get it free. It doesn't hurt at all. Well, until a day after, then your arm gets sore. But other than that, go to Walgreens, get that shot, then get the second shot a month later. It'll be good, hopefully, in long-term effect.
I think on one end, it is some bull-ass shit to tell somebody that they are absolutely required to get a vaccination. I think that's bullshit. I think in addition to that, be a fucking team player. None of us want to do this shit. Just get the fucking shot. But
that's my gin.
I think regardless of what your decision is in that particular regard, having your paycheck withheld is fucked up.
Yeah, it's tough.
Because I keep coming back to the Don Draper line. That's what the money is for. I feel like if you're guaranteed your paycheck, then I should be able to be like, get the fucking vaccination. I'm guaranteeing your check. But motherfuckers are threatening to take your check away.
Even if you got vaccinated, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
think
That is
should
the
be-
bullshit to me.
I think players
crazy,
across
bro.
the board should be like, nah, motherfucker, we're all keeping our paycheck. If you wanted to maybe do that as the unvaccinated, we could talk about this shit.
That's
but not the
that's
rest
the bullshit to me.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah. No, I see that.
Like that's where they should. That's where I'd love to see some flex of power.
Right.
Just on that point, at least. At least.
Yeah,
You can't fuck with somebody's money like that.
I agree. Particularly like the rookies that don't have like in football. In NFL. There's no guaranteed contracts. Like already you're fucking them, and they have brain damage and short careers.
You remember
and
the,
shit like that, and now you're taking away their game checks.
DDot,
That shit is evil.
you remember the NBA had sat out them years?
Yeah,
It didn't play?
Here's the difference between basketball and football, though. Basketball, the players are famous. In the NFL, the teams are famous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's basically like leverage, you know?
Yeah.
NBA, the players have more leverage. NFL, the teams have all
Odell
of the
Beckham is pretty
leverage.
famous.
Yeah, he is one of how many players?
Yeah, I'm just saying that. You know,
I know what you're talking about. I'm saying that the Tom Brady's, the Odell Beckham's, what's a light skinned dude that wins everything. He was in the Super Bowl last year. He lost though.
light skinned dude that wins everything.
Quarterback.
Patrick Mahomes, bro.
Yeah, Pat Mahomes. He's famous. Like there aren't a shit ton of famous football players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Particularly in comparison to how many football players that there are. Whereas in basketball, you don't even have to be that famous. You might have a shoe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.